Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our online class of maths of class 8. As you people already know that we are discussing the problems of linear equations in one variable, and we had discussed a lot of problems in that. So today again I had came up with some of the word problems of linear equations in one variable. So let us start our today's session. So here is your question. Some of the good question today I had brought up. The distance between two stations is 300 kilometer. Full stop. Two motorcyclists start simultaneously from these stations and move towards each other. The speed of one of them is 7 kilometer per hour more than that of other. Okay, so many of the information is given over here. First of all, the distance between two stations is 300 kilometer. The distance is provided to us. Now the question is saying that there are two motorcyclists. They were starting at the same time simultaneously from the two stations. Let the stations be A and B. Okay, and move towards each other. They were approaching towards each other. The speed of one of them is 7 kilometer per hour more than that of the other. It means if we assume that the speed of the first motorcyclist be x, then obviously the speed of the other motorcyclist be x plus 7 kilometer per hour. Now if the distance between them after 2 hours, okay, now the distance between them after 2 hours, it means first of all we'll calculate the distance covered by both the motorcyclists in 2 hours. Okay, now the question is saying after start 2 hours of the start is 34 kilometer. Okay, so it means whenever they started, after their start, after the 2 hours, the distance between, initially the distance between them is 300 kilometer. Now the distance between them is 34 kilometer. It means how much total distance by adding both of them distance covered. How much total distance they covered? So 300 minus 34. It's quite clear. Yes. And find the speed of each motorcyclist. The question is saying, okay, now we can proceed. Let us proceed with the solutions. I hope so many of the things I had cleared, but now let us move with the question solutions. Sorry. So here is our solution. Let the speed of the first motorcyclist be x kilometer per hour. We had assumed first the speed of first motorcyclist. Therefore, the speed of the other motorcyclist, or you can write the speed of the second motorcyclist, is equal to x plus 7 kilometer per hour according to the given information in the question. Now, the distance covered by the first motorcyclist in 2 hours. It's quite easy. We are knowing the formula for the distance, that is speed into time. And both the things are provided to us. The time is 2 hours and the speed is x kilometer per hour. So we can find out the distance covered by the first motorcyclist. We had calculated, that is 2x kilometer. Now distance covered by the other motorcyclist in 2 hours is equal to 2 multiplied by x plus 7. Again the time is 2, that is t, and the speed is x plus 7 kilometer per hour. So when we multiply both the things, we are going to get the value of the distance. So we had got it. Okay, now total distance covered by both of them. So the total distance covered by them is equal to 2x plus 2 under bracket x plus 7. It's quite easy to understand this distance. See, okay. Now according to questions, as we have already discussed about this thing, that 2x plus 2 under bracket x plus 7, this is the total distance covered by the both the motorcyclists in terms of x, and actually the total distance covered by both the motorcyclists is 300 minus 34. Why? Because the question is saying that after 2 hours the distance between them is 34 kilometer, and initially the distance between them is 300 kilometers. So total distance covered by them is 300 minus 34, and we had calculated in both the ways, so both the distance must be equal. So that's why we had equated both the distance and we had got our required equation. So this is our required equation. You can see easily this is our required equation. You have to understand about this. Okay, now move on. Sorry. So we are continuing with the solution of this question. Let us move on. So 2x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 2 into 7, that is 14, is equal to 266. Okay, now continue with this. So 2x plus 2x, that is 4x. 4x is equal to 266 minus 14. We'll just take this 14 from this side and bring it to this side. So it will become 266 minus 14. Now x is equal to 252 by 4. After subtracting this, we'll get 252. So 252 by 4, that we are going to get 63 km per hour. I hope so. All the things will be correct. Okay, now move on. Hence, the speed of first motorcyclist is equal to 63 km per hour, as we had assumed the speed of first motorcyclist be x km per hour, and the value of x we had got, that is 63 km per hour. The speed of the second motorcyclist is equals to x plus 7, that is 63 plus 7 is equal to 70 km per hour. So we had got our answer 63 and 70. This is the question. This is the thing which question is asking from us. Now we can verify it very simply. No, we don't have to verify a lot. Simply at checking. So the distance, I am finding out the distance, total distance covered by them with the help of the values of the speed what I had got. So 2 into 70 plus 2 into 63. It will add up. So it will give you 266 km. You can see this. So this question is verified. Now we can move on to the another question. I hope so the first question must be clear to everyone. So here is our another question. So the question says it is about the triangle's angle. Okay, so it's also a good question, that's why I have taken it. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 4:5. Okay, now again the ratio type question. So this ratio type questions, you people are knowing the solution, that initially only you have to assume first of all it's what, common factor. So the common factor of the ratio be x, so therefore the first angle is equal to 4x and the second angle is equal to 5x. Okay, now move on. Sorry. If the speed of if the sum of these angles is equal to the third angle. Okay, now here is an information about the third angle, that the sum of these angles. So what is the sum of these angles? 4x plus 5x, it means 9x. So the third angle value is 9x. It is quite obvious and very clear. The question is very clear. Okay, now the question is asking find the angles of the triangles. Oh, it's quite easy. Now you are having all the three angles of the triangle in terms of x, that is 4x, 5x and 9x. Now it is asking you to find out the value of all the angles. It's quite easy. You just use the angle sum property and add all the angles and divide it with, it means equate it with 180, and then get the value of x, and then you can find out the values of all the three angles. So that only I had done also. So let us start our solution. Let us check it. Let the common factor of the given ratio be x. So therefore first angle is equal to 4x and the second angle is equal to 5x. It is quite obvious and quite easy step which I had done so many times, so I don't think that any of you will have any problem. Okay, now then third angle is equal to, according to the question, it is saying that the third angle is the sum of the first and second angle. So I had done that. Third angle is equal to 4x plus 5x is equal to 9x. Okay, as we know angle sum property of triangle, we are knowing the angle sum property of the triangle, that is the sum of all the angles is equal to 180 degree of a triangle. So that I had done only. 4x plus 5x plus 9x is equal to 180. Now after that just do the solutions and solve these equations. 18x, 4x plus 5x plus 9x, it will become 18x. 18x is equal to 180. And now do the cross multiplication. X is equal to 180 divided by 18, you will get 10. So x, the value of x you had got, that is 10. So now when you know the value of x, so you can find out the values of other angles too. So therefore first angle is equal to 4 into 10, that is 40 degree. Second angle is equal to 5 into 10, that is 50 degree. And the last one, that is third angle, is equal to 9 into 10, that is 90 degree. And now when you add these on, so 90 and 50 and 40, when you add it, so you are going to get 180. It means our calculation is right, our solution is right, and we had done all the right calculations. I hope so. I must be clear with you all. I am trying my level best to make the content of this chapter very much clear to everyone. So that's it for today's session. Let's end up now. Thank you everyone. See you next class.